But if you would ask me if I would get one again as my big bike, well, honestly, I'd have to say no. Well, at least not as a primary bike that I would be using regularly. These issues I mentioned earlier have really made me rethink how practical and enjoyable it is in the long run. As a project bike, maybe, but for regular use.
Hey, good morning. Another day, Boss Neil here again. So yun nga, after saying in our previous vlog last year all the things we hate about the Svart Pillen and saying that probably will not be getting another Svart, and here we are back in another Svart Pillen. Wala eh. So sabi ko naman last time, I won't be getting another Svart Pillen. Well, at least as a primary bike, diba? Well, true to my words naman kasi, I didn't get a Svart Pillen as my primary bike. Primary bike pa rin natin is yung 390 Duke eh. Ito, unlike yung previous Svart natin, this time, it's no longer our only big bike, ika nga. This would be our second big bike, technically. Or this would be an alternate bike, kapalitan ng 390 Duke, and ang purpose nito is so that my son can use it. Doon pa rin naman tayo, di ba? Parang katulad lang din yan ng Aerox eh. Bumili tayo ng another Aerox para may magamit yung ating anak. When we're doing road trip kasi, napansin namin na ang tagal ng biyahe namin kasi since Aerox nga siya, nagbabayan-bayan kami. It takes a while to reach the destination. The thing is, it would have been shortened. It would have given us more time to enjoy the place na pupuntahan namin kung we can shorten the trip going there. And the way to do that, syempre, is a route taking the expressways. Isa lang yung big bike natin, so kailangan natin ng isa if we plan to take along yung anak natin in our trips. But then again, I'm not sure kung ready na yung anak ko sa mga malalaking motor. Although pakiramdam ko naman kaya, pero andun pa rin yung kabe, di ba? Baka naman masyadong mabigatan or masyadong ma-overpower yung anak ko dun sa motor na gagamitin niya. From what I know, the best beginner bikes, at least in my opinion, that can be used by a newbie is the 390 series ng KTM. It has ample power, actually. It has good torque, and it's lightweight enough for beginner riders or at least newbie big bike riders to, to handle. Ayaw niya nung 390 Duke. Well, actually kaya niya naman yung 390 Duke, pero I think, or at least I feel, na tipong mas madadalian siyang i-drive itong Svart Pillen. It is slimmer, I think it is lighter, mas madali siya i-maneuver. Somehow may kalakihan kasi ang 390 Duke if compared to the Svart Pillen. Again, nandun na naman tayo na tipong we were looking for low odometer, pero hindi lang naman low odometer ang hanap natin. Syempre price wise, sapat, sulit. And also, isa sa mga biggest factor na nag-convince natin to get this bike is yung appearance niya. It's the color scheme. Remember, yung previous Svart Pillen natin, sa color scheme na tipong parang greenish gray. We're okay with that. Karamihan nung nakikita natin sa marketplace sa Facebook, ganun yung color scheme. Okay naman siya, pero we've had that before. So parang alam mo yan, we're just going to, again, round 2 of the Svart Pillen. So hindi ganun ka-enticing until I saw Svart Pillen na binibenta. Pag titignan mo yung bike, wow, kakaiba ang dating. It's all black. Pagkakalam ko kasi, lumabas yung ganitong color scheme for the Svart Pillen 401s. I think limited editions yun eh. Karamihan kasi yung greenish gray na sinasabi ko before. So bihirang-bihira ka makakita ng ganitong kulay na binibenta sa marketplace. Kaya nung nakakita tayo being sold low mileage, well, at a good price, like, sige, bilhin na natin. Until the R3 gets sold, balak natin sana hindi mo nabibili. Pero since parang ika nga once in a blue moon ka makakakita ng ganitong black na Swart Pilen binibenta sa marketplace at a good price and a low mileage, parang di na natin mahintay na mabenta yung R3 eh. We have to have this bike. Ayun, so kinuha na natin. We had this bike from a seller or from a previous owner sa Pampanga pa. Taga Baguio yung original may-ari nito, tapos binili ng second owner na taga Angeles, and in just less than a year binibenta niya na nga because he's planning to upgrade. So yun yung history na itong bike na to. Since galing Cordillera to, galing Baguio, the plate number is pink, so we're calling this bike Pinky. Very masculine, so Pinky it is. Well, actually, nagtitingin tayo kung ano maganda pangalan eh. Pero since kakaiba yung plaka na ito na kulay pink, so we'll just rather call this baby Pinky Amador. Anyway, the only downside when I got this bike, well, Asian version siya. Asian spec yung kanyang suspension, meaning mababa. And the second owner of this bike, being relatively small, Asian height na nga binabaan pa. You could see parang binaba dito mga tipong 1 cm or 1.5 cm. Tapos minax yung settings ng rear shocks, so it's really low. So wala namang problema if you'll be using it, well, sa kalsada. Wala namang kaso doon. Pero the problem is, since this is a Swart, that would be a compromise if, only if lang naman, if we are planning to take this on an off-road adventure, di ba? Sayad-sayad to, grabe. Tsaka hindi rin ako makapag-angkas dito kasi sa sobrang baba nga. Baka sumobrang baba, tatama na to sa hump. So we were looking for someone to swap with a Eurospec suspension. So yun nga, the past week we posted a looking for ad dun sa mga Swart Pilen group, looking for those who are willing to swap their current Eurospec suspension sa Asian version, yung sa atin. I'll be paying for the labor, siguro 3,000 din naabutin yun. Pero yun nga, that would be straight swap. So labor lang ang sagot ko, iga nga. So we have two options. First option is actually to get the suspension from a Swart Pilen from 2021, kasi yun yung mga Eurospec yung mga unang release. Mga succeeding releases kasi Asian version na yun. Then the second option, pag talagang wala tayong makitang willing makipag-swap na 401, we will target the Swart Pilen 200. As far as I know, or at least yung na-research ko, the specs ng Swart 200 is almost the same as the 401, same height, etc. The only difference is that yung travel na suspension ng 401 is better, or at least mas malaki yung travel suspension ng 401 as compared to sa 200, and it has a preload adjustable rear shocks. Sa 200 kasi hindi, fix lang yon. But from our end, hindi ko kasi masabi kung ano yung difference nun in terms of ride, kasi hindi natin siya nagawa ng comparison side by side yung 200 and the 401. Well, technically from the specs, masasabi natin mas malambot, or at least mas malambot ang suspension ng 401. Better for a off-road experience, ika nga. Pero I'm not sure kung mararamdaman ba natin yung pag kinabit natin sa 401 natin. Di man tayo ganun ka-technical person to even notice the minor difference in the suspension specs, di ba? There was a number of feedback na interested sila, but only two was serious enough to directly message me. Ang nangyari is we have two offers. The first one is yung direct swap sa Eurospec na 401, and the other offer is para nga doon sa Swart 200. Of course, preferred natin yung 401, di ba? So doon tayo sa stock ng 401. Pero kunwari hindi kami magkasundo na itong nasa 401, doon kami sa 200. So the difference is sa 401 ako magbabayad ng labor, pero doon sa Swart 200 na suspension, kanya-kanya kaming bayad ng labor, yung baklas. So today, dun tayo papunta ngayon to meet up with the owner of this Smart 401 na makikipag-swap sa atin. Taga Las Piñas siya actually pero napagkasunduan namin na mag-meet up kami dito sa Mandaluyong, dito kay Motomax. And actually, I am running late. Nakalimutan ko to go to Mandaluyong. Ang daan nga pala natin is Ortigas Extension. I hate Ortigas Extension, laging traffic, grabe. And iba yung traffic ngayon. But anyway, papunta tayo kay Motomax. Alam ko marami silang stock so at least it would be good for us na makita natin yung shop nila, di ba? Anyway, alright guys, kweng. Okay, update lang. The thing is, naka-Euro height pala yung ating Smart Pillen. Kanina, kinumpare nila sa Asian version. Meron kasi silang stock dyan na Asian version height na shocks, front shocks. And upon comparing, ayun nga, naka-Euro version pala tayo. So, mukha lang siyang mababa. Primarily because, well, nilower dun dating may-ari kaya mababa siya. So, since Euro version naman siya, papabalik na lang natin yung settings para tumaas. Kasi nakababa nga siya, di ba sabi ko sa inyo, nakababa siya ng 1.5 cm sa harap. Tapos nakasagad yung preload to the softest. Kaya kada upo mo, dumadapa yung puwet. So, ang gagawin natin is iangat natin to. Iangat natin yung iangat natin yung shocks sa harap at tataasan natin yung preload ng likod para hindi siya dumapa. So that being said, alright, so nakatipid tayo. Well, actually hindi man tayo gagastos ng sobra, pero at least mas mura pa rin kasi hindi na natin babayaran yung labor para sa isang motor. So yun. Actually, the other alternative na pwede pala mangyari kanina is yung shocks nung kausap natin, I think naka 390 Adventure siya na shocks. And dun nga sa pagkakaalam natin dun sa sinabi ni Chill Pusit before, mas mahaba yung shocks ng 390 Adventure. So pag kinabit mo nga, tataas talaga yung puwet ng Smart Pillen. So yun nga, uwi na tayo ngayon. Papagawa na lang natin kay iZone Racing, kay Tomas, yung pag-reset ng shocks nito back to stock settings. Pwede natin pagawa kay Motomax kanina kaso lang gahol tayo sa oras. So kay iZone Racing na lang tayo pagawa since para maitapat natin sa time na libre tayo. Siguro paano na rin tayo, magpapa-change oil na rin tayo since to be honest, hindi natin alam how to take yung sinabi nung nung dati may-ari nito. Nakaka-change oil lang daw nila 2 to 3 months ago, which is di natin alam kung totoo. So anyway, pauwi na tayo. Resume na lang tayo pag nakaila iZone Racing na tayo. Alright? Ciao!